there, this is Andrew Runnable, aka Johnny Noobhead here, and this is just a quick video for Hyperkin as they've called on gamers to give their best memories for the forthcoming Retron 5 console. For those who don't know what a Retron 5 is, it's a 10-in-1 console which can take cartridges from the NES, Famicom, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Sega Mega Drive, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, from the Game Boy, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. More details of this can be found on retron5.com, where you can find out about how it upscales its HD, how it reproduces its sound, and how you can connect your NES, Super Nintendo and Mega Drive / Genesis controllers into it. For this video, I've chosen 5 different games to fit in each of the 5 cartridge slots when I get the Retron 5. This is all part of Hyperkin's We Are Retro series. And to start off is The Legend of Zelda to be placed in the GBA slot. And I didn't get this for the NES first time round because I didn't have an NES back in the day. And the first time I actually played this was when I bought the NES edition of the Game Boy Advance SP, and it was a bundle with all the other NES classics, and I didn't like Legend of Zelda to start off with, but eventually it grew on me and I'm now playing all the 3D Zeldas and I'm enjoying them nowadays. Next, to be placed in the Famicom slot, it's Tetris. Again, I didn't play it first on the Famicom as I didn't have the Famicom console rather, sorry. And basically I see it as a challenge to be redone again from the 8-bit era. I did have it for the Game Boy when I got the Game Boy for my 8th birthday, and I was never good at it, but I always enjoyed it because it always provided a challenge. Next, to be placed in the NES slot, it's Super Mario Bros. 3, and it's one of my favourite games, but again, it wasn't on the NES which I first played it. First time I played it was on the Super Mario All-Stars on the Super Nintendo, and I rather enjoyed it. But before that, before even the game came out in Europe, I saw it on the Wizard movie, which is one of my favourite movies. I do like it, but it taught me quite a few bits and pieces from Super Mario Bros. 3. And next for the Super Nintendo slot, it's actually a Super Famicom game, Super Street Fighter 2, which I'm a big fan of the Street Fighter series. Not so much of the EX series, but everything else is pretty good. I have got all of the 16-bit versions, the World Warrior, Turbo, and of course Super here for the Super Nintendo, as well as the Special Championship Edition and Super Street Fighter 2 for the the Championship Editions for the Mega Drive, and the Super is for the Genesis, which says on the cartridge. But I'm looking forward to playing it again, and hopefully the sound and the visuals will be a whole lot better, being upscaled to HD and reproduce sound. And last to be placed in the Mega Drive slot is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I'd say it's my favourite of the series, being a bit more faster and a bit more colourful than the original. Especially when playing with a friend, you can hand them the controller too, and you can take control of Tails, where you can make him do all the dirty work by beating Dr. Robotnik or jumping down a stage or defeating all the enemies for you, so you don't have to do anything at all. But yeah, it's a great addition to the series, and I'd say one of the best Mega Drive games out there. So there's 5 memories from my retro gaming collection. I'm looking forward to reliving them when I'm playing my Retron 5. And for those in the UK who wish to purchase their own Retron 5, funstock.co.uk will have them in shortly, and if you use the code ASYLUM in the promo code box when ordering, that's ASYLUM, all in lowercase letters, you'll get 10% off of your order. Many thanks for watching, and I hope to bring you some footage when I get my Retron 5 so I can show you how good it is. Thank you and goodbye.